Okay, good afternoon everybody and welcome to Wembley Stadium for this England media conference to announce a squad for the World Cup qualifiers away to North Macedonia and Northern Ireland. As you can see, we're joined by Sarina Wiegman. The usual format please for the virtual part of the press conference, if you can raise your virtual hand, but before then we'll start with Gail Davis from Sky Sports News.
Thanks very much. Sarina, before we talk about your squad, can I just ask you about yesterday, 100 days to go, huge excitement. We heard that 4 games already have been sold out, 350,000 tickets. Did you have a taste of just how big this summer might be?
Yeah, we expected it to be big, but now 100 days ahead and tickets sold out. So yeah, it's really exciting, and you could feel the excitement yesterday. Actually, I could feel the excitement Sunday too when I was at Old Trafford in the stadium where we have the opening game. It was really exciting too. So yes, it's only 99 days now, and yes, I think we'll go really fast. I'm really looking forward to July 6th.
Is that date in July sort of rung quite a few times on your calendar, and how much will this squad and the next 2 games help formulate your thinking ahead of having to make a final cut of players and getting the squad you want for the Euros?
Yeah, as you've noticed, we've used the group of around 27, 28 players throughout this season. So most likely when they keep performing, when they stay fit, some other players might come back still recovering. But that might be the group that's close, because otherwise they wouldn't be in the squad. But it's all about staying fit, keep performing, and keep showing what they are capable of. And it doesn't mean that the door's closed for any other player. But if all of a sudden a total new player would come in now, then we would have probably made the wrong decisions earlier.
So you're pretty confident. I mean, how many would you say you know of your squad right now?
Well, the Arnold Clark Cup helped really a lot. We said that was needed. So we've had qualification games, but now we're going to have 2 qualification games for the World Cup again. But we needed those top-level teams to play against to see where we really are. And I think we did well. We grew as a team on the pitch and off the pitch again. So it gave lots of information. And to be honest, I was pretty satisfied with the team and the performance we had.
Not many changes. Bethany England comes back in, doesn't she? 4 goals and 2 assists for her in her last 2 games. How good is she, and how good to have that sort of player right on form at the moment?
Yeah, I'm really happy for her, because of course she was a little struggling with her injury, and then she came back, and now she gets more playing minutes at the club. So that's really nice, and she's doing well. You can tell that she feels comfortable. So that's nice, but up front we have a lot of competition. But it's good to have the competition. It's a luxury to have such good players in the squad.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thanks Gail. We'll go to Emma Sanders please.
Hi Sarina.
Hi.
I just wondered whether you'd considered calling up Chloe Kelly. Obviously she's back in full training. She hasn't yet played a game, but yeah, I just wondered whether you'd considered maybe just bringing her along.
No, I haven't considered that. Of course, we know how good she was when she got injured and in what form she was. She's done very well, and I've seen her play before I got this job too. I know she's doing well at the club. There's contact all the time, but she hasn't played a game yet, and she first needs to start playing games. She's had a pretty tough injury with the ACL, and she needs rhythm now, and that's where it starts. Playing at your club, getting consistency at your club level. And then you can take the next step. And she hasn't played any minute yet. She will hopefully very soon. That's what we expect. And hopefully she'll get to her level that she's capable of. But that will probably take a little more time. But yes, we really keep a close eye on her.
Yeah, and I just wondered how much she's spoken to Steph Houghton as well. And are you hopeful that she'll be fit enough to play potentially in the summer?
Yeah, I've spoken to her, of course, and she's, it's going to be really tight. She's doing everything what she's capable of, everything that's in her control. She will do to make the Euros, and we'll see. So she takes step by step. Now she's still in the first period of her rehab, and hopefully she proceeds well, and from there we'll see. So step by step, and as I said, the competitiveness in this team is really high. She has had a tremendous CV with us, so I hope she will make it. But I hope that first of all she needs to be on the pitch. She needs to start training and then be fit enough to be on the pitch every day to train and recover well. And that's a little farther away.
Thanks, Sarina.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Sophie from Girls on the Ball, please.
Sorry. Hi, Sarina. I hope you're well. I was just
Hi.
going to ask about your opponents this
About
time.
what? Sorry.
Sorry, I was going to ask about your opponents this
Oh,
time.
okay. Yes.
Obviously, back to North Macedonia. It's probably an easier proposition than the Arnold Clark Cup, but it is a time away with the team. What are you expecting from that game?
Yeah, I expect what we did expect before the Arnold Clark Club in the international breaks. That will be in possession all the time. That will be attacking, and that what we set our goals on. Just do well in attack. Don't concede any other goals and score. Hopefully, a lot of goals. Create lots of chances. I think Northern Ireland will be a little different.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that because you're going to Windsor Park in Northern Ireland. It's a national football stadium. There's a lot of buzz around the game and its growth over there. How much are you looking forward to that atmosphere? Because England-Northern Ireland is also a rivalry.
Yeah, I know. And that's what we felt when we played them here. Yeah, I think that's really good. I think they're growing. They've done well. I expect a more competitive game. Although we won 4-0 here, it wasn't that easy, that game. So I'm really looking forward to it, and it's going to be competitive. And I think the environment will play in at that stadium. I think they already sold over 12,000 tickets, so it should be really nice.
Brilliant, thank you. See you next week.
See you.
Thank you. We'll go to Tom Gary from The Telegraph, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Sarina. Really nice to speak to you. Could I just follow up on Emma's question about Steph? And obviously everyone's hoping she'll be back fit soon. I'm wondering how late would you be able to make that decision of to whether she would be fit enough to play in the Euros? Is that something that could be made right up until the start of the tournament? You know, how long can you give her to try and get fit, given her status for English women's football?
Yeah, well, we'll give her a little more time because we know she needs that little more time. But with the history she has with this team, the contribution she's had over the years, I would like to give her a little more time. But she needs to be fit and playing well. And she's been out for a long time, this whole season actually. Actually, in the September camp last year, she came in and then she got injured for the first time since I was in. And since then, she came back in January. She played well, but then she had to step out again. So we just have to see how it goes. And she goes step by step, so do we. We are in contact with her all the time. We have... So now her first part of the rehab should go well. If that goes well, then we go to the next stage. And that's how we approach it and how she approaches it too. She absolutely wants to do whatever that's in her control to make the Euros. And she has a clear plan, and we just keep each other updated about the situation.
Thank you. And just lastly, please, could I check if you've had a chance to speak to Frank Kirby, and how is Fran doing?
Yeah, Fran's doing okay. She's obviously she's at the club. She has her own program. And I hope, well, she hasn't played for the last 3 weeks. Well, after the intention, about 3 weeks. So, yeah, she's not ready to play. She has her own program. And, yeah, I hope she'll be back on the pitch pretty soon. But don't know yet.
Okay, thanks for your time, Sarina. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. We'll go to Phil Medlicott, please, from PA.
Hi, Sarina. I just wondered, you get asked this question every time, but if do we have a decided captain for these two matches with Steph out again, or is that, another one that's yet to be decided, wait for the players to come in?
Yeah, yeah, you ask the question and you give the answer. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, well, I'm going to talk to the players first and discuss it, and then when that's clear and everyone is updated in our squad, then I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's great. All right, cheers.
Thanks, Phil. We'll go to Catherine Batt from the Daily Mail, please.
Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
You spoke about Beth England earlier, obviously coming back into the squad. It feels like in the past England have been quite reliant on Ellen White for goals in tournaments. Going into these fixtures, you've got Beth, who's got a couple at the weekend, and also Alessia Russo, who's in very good form for Manchester United. How pleasing is it for you to have, a selection of forwards in good form, And it also, I guess, helps maybe take the pressure off Ellen a little bit and keeps the competition high too.
Yeah, that's really nice. I think now with these three, you pronounce three forwards, three center strikers, they're all three a little different. Ellen is the most experienced, well, and Beth has been in the game for a long time too. Alessia's a little younger. She's just a coming striker who needs a little more. So from the Arnold Clark Club, we got more information about our strikers. Now Beth is back again, and yeah, it's nice to have players in the squad who can score goals. And I think that part of the game, that's what we saw in the Arnold Clark Cup too. That's what we have to improve as a team too. So how do we create chances, and how can we execute even better than we have done before? So yeah, it's about the strikers, but also about the team execution of creating chances and scoring goals.
Thanks, Sarina.
Thank you. We'll go to Dan Pentland, please.
Hi, Sarina. Hope you're well. I think Katie Zellem was the only player who didn't play at the Arnold Clark Cup who was in the squad. How impressed have you been with her performance? You know, and what would you like to see from her in this camp?
Yeah, Katie. Well, Katie for Man United, she's a very important player. She is in the squad with us too since last year September. It's a good player, but the competition in the squad is really high too. So she's competing with players, and I chose to play other players. If I look at her own development, and I've talked to her a couple of times about that, of course, too, then she's improving. She's aware of things, and she's working really hard. And I think she does a great job at Man United too. She does great jobs in our team too. But at the moment, I choose other players, and they win that competition at this moment.
Thanks, Sarina. That's brilliant. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Dan. We'll go to Sandra Brobby, please.
Hi, Sarina. Sorry, my camera's broken. I hope you're well. I was just going to ask, I mean, obviously with Mary Earps and, you know, Ellie Roebuck and Hannah Hampson being in relatively good form so far this season, do you feel like you've got a bit of a selection headache in terms of your goalkeepers and who you want in goal for you?
Can you help me a little bit?
You've got three goalkeepers all in form. Do you feel that it's a bit of a selection? Well,
first of all, we are in a very luxurious position that we have three goalkeepers of a very high level. As at the end of the Arnold Clark Club, I said Mary Earps is our first goalkeeper. She still is, but we have seen also that they had a good performance, all three of them, and that is close, and they're really competitive to each other. Is that the answer on your question?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry if you can't hear, it might be my internet connection, but thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Sandra. Okay, I can't see any more hands, so unless anybody pops up now, we will say thank you. Thanks, Sarina, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.